Hello, everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. It is a beautiful day here in Albuquerque. It is currently 96 degrees. It is hot. It's so hot. It was 100 degrees yesterday. It's hot. It's hot, y'all. But I'm inside with my little swamp cooler up on my head, so I'm okay. Hope you guys are okay. I know where you are. It's probably hot too. So how y'all doing? You know what? It's hot outside. It's about to get hot inside because Spicy Rose is out. Guess what? Foodie just released a little video and she was talking about, oh, when my lease is up, I'm going to move out. Well, no shit. You have to move out. If they're not going to renew your lease, you got to move out. But we already knew that. So let's talk about lease situation. Normally, when you live somewhere, if you're renting, the landlord will give you the option to renew your lease. So why don't you have that option on the table, Foodie? Either you effed up really bad and they decided not to renew your lease, or you were there because you had a co-signer and the co-signer said, hey, I gave you 1 year and that's it. That's all you get. 1 year under my numbers. So what happened? Did you get the 1 year and you still couldn't get your act together? Could have been. Either your co-signer said no more, 1 year was all you get, or the landlord said, nope, no, we don't want you here. You're too much of a problem. The lease renews automatically from yearly, from month to month. Is that in Canada? Because here in Albuquerque, it's not like an automatic renewal. Like I live in an apartment building and to renew your lease, they send you a little something through the mail and you got to renew it. Maybe it's different in different places for different people. Hello, Sherry. She wants to live someplace rent-free so she has more money to spend on food and party favors. Well, that's not going to happen. There ain't no such doggone place where you can live rent-free. There's always expenses. Even when she went to Syria, she was still paying. Remember? She went to Syria and she had to buy another water tank because she kept using up all the doggone water. Had to buy an air conditioner. Had to buy a bunch of stuff just to be comfortable. So there's no such thing as rent-free. Wherever you go, you got to spend money. It's been month to month for 12 years. Is that for you? Because I don't think it's month to month for her. If she had the option to renew, would it be the smarter option? Yeah. Because everybody knows that if you try to move out, you're going to need at least $5,000 or $6,000. First and last month's security deposit, pet deposit, blah, blah, blah. It takes a lot of money to move. So it'd just be cheaper to renew the lease if you got the option, but I don't think she has that. And that's why she's talking about, oh, I got to move out of here in a few months. Well, we knew that. Your lease is up then. So she made an entire video saying that she's got to move out and don't know where she's going to go. I have never seen a person so much set up for success and they still fail. She came back to Canada with $10,000 in her pocket to get herself started. She moved into an apartment building and they were offering a special the first 2 or 3 months you don't have to pay rent. On top of that, she had a beezer paying a portion of her rent. I mean, how much help do you need to get started? You get there, you don't even have to pay rent for a few months. You got 10 grand in your pocket. You got a beezer paying a portion of your rent. How much help do you require to get you on your feet and get started? Holy shit. Hey, Debbie. Right? She has everything she needs right there. Her green store, walking distance to all food, train to go downtown. It has the perfect location for her. Couldn't ask for better, for everything she needs. Everything right there. Shoot. I mean, you're put in a great location for everything you need, and it's still not enough. It's not even been a year. It took less than a year for her to fail. Less than a year, y'all, for her to say, like, I gotta go, I can't be here. So where are you gonna go? Where exactly are you headed? Yeah, she blew all that money on what? You know what? We all know what. We know where that money went. And you know what? I hope when she starts crying and begging the Beezers to help her, that they say, no, ma'am, we've helped you twice with your moving. Don't expect the third time. We ain't got it and we can't give it. And even if we do have it, you're not getting it this time. Figure it out. You're over there doing all kinds of things to make money. Obviously, you got money for Postmates. So if you got money for Postmates and if you're over there throwing away garbage bags full of food, you don't need our money. We need it. I hope that for once the Beezers are positive selfish and they say, nope, we got money, but we're keeping it for ourselves because we need it. Obviously, you don't have it. And we're not going to give it to you. Thank you, Scaredy. I hope our Beezers are done giving money or two after this time. Well, at some point, the fountain is going to have to dry up. You hear me? At some point, it's just going to happen. She's going to go to the well with her little bucket and put the bucket in, and it's going to be dry no matter what she does. How much money do people honestly have? How much can they give her for how long? Hey, Debbie. Well, she's going to have to start campaigning to round up money for a move if she's going to go try and get another place. Yeah. And she's going to need a lot. At least 5 or 6 grand, maybe more, depending on where she's going. If she even was just going and say to an extended stay motel, those aren't cheap either. I've looked into them. Extended stay motels are not that cheap. I mean, they're a cheaper option than some things, like moving into an apartment, but it still ain't cheap. You're going to need at least a couple grand to stay there for a month. So, yeah, our girl, she was set up for success and she still failed, and it took less than a year for the failure to completely happen. There was also something interesting that happened. Can't say for sure what it was, but during her stream the other day, when I didn't go live or nothing, she was flossing her teeth with an envelope. It was turned upside down, and there was some red lettering on it. People have been speculating what that envelope was, what it could have been. And she was also acting very stressed about something, like drumming her fingers on the table, like something was wrong, but she wasn't going to say what it is. So who knows? Who knows? Like there might be a non payment or something that she's not talking about. So hello everybody, like Spicy Rose is out. I'm gonna go off on this bitch today. We're gonna go off. Hello, Scaredy. Well, how much we want to bet Foodie is moving out of Canada to Turkey? I know that would be crazy. I think she wants to leave. Hell, she's been wanting to leave for months. Let's think back to all those lives. How many times did she say, I hate being in this apartment? If they kick me out, they kick me out. She never wanted to be there. And that is an absolute slap in the face to her Beezers, because she was begging and crying them to come home to Canada. I need your help. If something happens to me, it was them. I need to get out of here. So they gave her a lot of money and a lot of help to get back to Canada. And then as soon as she got in that apartment, I don't want to be here. What an insult. What an absolute insult. Sit there and beg people for money. They give you their hard-earned money that they could use for themselves. You get into an apartment, and then you say, I don't want to be here. And now she's not even going to stay. And I don't mean to upset everybody, but since she's over there talking about, I don't know where I'm going to go, I don't know what I'm going to do. You know what that feels like to me? Another pet abandoned, another pet given away. It feels like the soft launch of BG not being in the picture anymore. And honestly, if Chantal could not take care of the cat, if she's physically not able to or doesn't want to, BG going to another owner that can do the job properly, I support that. It's time. It's been time. It's overdue. She's not feeding the cat as she should. Poor thing is going without water. She needs to go to somebody else. But it feels like she's soft launching BG not being in the picture much longer. Hello, Lola. Hello, everybody coming in. Like she's setting everybody up. Like I don't know where I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna do. I don't know where I'm gonna go. So there's like a soft launch of BG kind of being faded out into the picture. Yeah, there are. I'm sure there are plenty of rescues that will give her a good home. I'm sure there are people in Canada that would love to give her a good home. She's a beautiful animal. Anybody would take her. It would be very easy for Chantal to find her a good home. She wouldn't even have to go to a shelter. Just find some nice person that would fall in love with her and say, "Here, would you like a cat?" Hey, Kathy. Hello. She's in a better spot than Julia. That's true. But going back to, let's speculate. Does Chantal, does she want to get out of Canada? A, I don't think she's in the shape to travel. That's number one. I don't think that she's in the shape to go anywhere. But just to humor Chantal and her beezers, let's say she could do it. Maybe she goes to Turkey or Syria. She ends up somewhere. Guess what? That within 3 months, she's right back at the same problem of where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Because she doesn't have permanent residence in the places where she's visiting. So does it make sense to spend money on plane tickets and all that if in a few months you're back to being homeless again? It doesn't make sense at all. Like you're just hopping from one place to the next, but as soon as your time is over, then you're freaking out like, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? You keep making yourself stuck. Like I don't want to be in Canada, but if you go to another country, you can't stay there for more than a few months. You got to come back to Canada, and then you're bugging everybody around you. Hey, mom. Hey, sister. Hey, auntie. Can I come stay with you? And they're looking at you and saying, hell no. I don't want that problem in my house. Figure it out. And then she goes back into the beezers. I don't know what I'm going to do. If something happens to me, it's their fault because they didn't take me in. Yeah, wherever you go, there you are. I don't feel bad for her. I don't feel bad for Chantal. I mean, like I said, she was set up for success. She tried to use kind of a cheat code. She was in Syria. She grabbed a bunch of money from people, came back here, found an apartment building. They had a special, so she didn't have to pay rent for a few months. And even with all those cheat codes, she still failed. Still failed. You still fail with the cheat codes, girl. You got other people's money, other people paying your rent. You still fail. And I noticed that she's doing a lot of talking lately about Rosie and Zio. I heard that she was hating on Rosie big time. I think Chantal is jealous of Rosie for Rosie getting the views. Rosie has a man in her life that actually cares about her. Like Rosie has things that Chantal does not have. And Chantal is a jealous fool. If she sees someone that has things that she doesn't have, then she becomes a hater. If she wants to start a fight, maybe she's trying to make some drama with Rosie, get a back and forth because she doesn't know what else to do to get the views, because she can't even break 200 viewers on her Kick channel or her YouTube channel anymore. Rosie has replaced her at Amberlynn. You know what? The bar is in hell. Do you understand? The bar is in hell. If you want to do better than Chantal, the bar is in hell. I mean, if you're halfway entertaining, you can practically jump over the bar. Chantal's got the bar so low that anybody remotely entertaining, you're already loads better than she is. Like what are we getting from Chantal? She sits down, she eats a meal, she steals on the couch, she goes underneath the bridge, she smokes, she waits for the Costco to open. And Foodie, I'm going to call you all the way out while I'm here. You cheap bitch, doing those food vlogs. First, we got $1.50 hot dog. Then we got a pack of ramen, which you couldn't even prepare correctly. You didn't do anything special to the ramen. You didn't add anything to it to make it special. Your own little recipe. You cheap bitch. $1.50 for a hot dog. And a pack of ramen. What's next? Gum out of a gumball machine. We're going to review gum from a gum machine. Is that what we're going to do? Like you're grabbing the cheapest foods possible for these food vlogs. Can you get any cheaper than ramen and a hot dog? I don't know, but it is sad. Hey, Melvin, thank you for the super chat. I have a sneaking suspicion that letter she got the other day was the taxman saying, pay up, now she's running. It could have been. But the thing is, where is she going to go? Does she have the money to go? Does she have the health to go? If she wants to get on a plane and go somewhere, will they let her on the plane? I mean, they may not let her on the plane if she's going somewhere. Does she have the money to travel within Canada and move someplace? I don't think she does. So it's like I mentally, emotionally, maybe yes, you want to travel, you want to escape. That's always been a thing with Chantal. When she creates a mess for herself, mentally, emotionally, she wants to escape from it. She's a runner. She runs from her problems versus solving her problems. She makes the mess and then she wants to run from it and let other people deal with it. She's going to move to a place where I can't stalk her. I think she wants to go back to the Middle East, but I don't think she's able to. Salah does not have a place for her, or even if he does, he's not going to let her back there. I'm sure he's been watching her videos, watching her lives, seeing how she's gained weight. He's like, nope, no, sir. I am not going to be her caretaker. No, no, no. You can't pay me enough to take that job. No, thank you, ma'am. I think she knows that he's in Kuwait. You think so? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what correspondence they might have had off camera. Maybe she's thinking that he's there, and if he's there, that she can go back there. But I don't know if he can go back to Kuwait because of all those issues. I'm sure if he's back there, he's got to keep it on the low, considering all the trouble that she brought. Oh, hello, Gucci. I posted the regulations of leases after the year on my community tab from the province of Ontario. Nice. Well, even if they renew every year, why is Chantal saying, like, I got to go? if she doesn't have to. Either she fucked up and they're not giving her the option to renew, or the entire time that she was there was a co-signer or the lease was under somebody else's name. And that's why she can't renew. Maybe it wasn't under her name. She can't afford it. She can afford it. She can. Miss Mama can afford that rent. If she's over there ordering DoorDash and Postmates once, twice, 3 times a day, she can afford the rent. Aren't you bored? Go away. Go away. I'm already bored with you. Go away. Go away. Go away. Does Costco make chili dogs? I don't know. Oh, hello. Real Melvin. Kuwait was under attack by Iran, so maybe they've got restrictions on flights. Just a thought. Was this recent? Was that a recent thing? Sheila's back. Sheila, aka perhaps Foodie Beauty or somebody else in her crew. I'm already bored with you, Sheila. Are you sure you want to fuck with me today? Because Spicy Rose is out. I'll tear you to pieces, bitch. Shut up. My mods will have fun with you. Sheila loves being scammed. I guess so. It's her money. She can do what she likes. You want to give your money to Foodie and never get the doc? You go ahead. Oh, hello. Thank you, Kathy. Yes, Iran hit American allies in response to the U.S. strikes. Huh. So if there's all that going on over there, that means she can't fly over there. So she's stuck here. Hey, Scaredy. So maybe she's going to have to get a smaller place in Canada, and Foodie isn't happy. You know what? Anybody else, even if you live in a nice place and you have to live in an extended state for a short while or a smaller place, there is no shame in that. There's no shame in that. I mean, everybody goes through hard times. Sometimes you don't live where you want to, you live where you have to. No shame in that. You do what you got to do when you got to do it. Even if Foodie had to live in an extended stay, that would not be a bad thing for anybody else. If you got walls around you and you're safe and you're comfortable and it works for you, no shame in that. But for Foodie, it would be shameful. She would look at that as a form of humiliation because she's always trying to maintain a certain standard of living. She wants to live better than the rest of us or make it seem like she's got it better than the rest of us. So for her to live in an extended stay or a smaller apartment, she would look at that as beneath her standard. She could rent a room. No, she couldn't. No. A normal person could rent a room. No to Foodie. No. That would not work. Foodie could not rent a room. Can you imagine her renting a room in somebody's house? That arrangement would be off within days. She would be a mess. She would leave the kitchen a mess. She would stink up the place because she wouldn't bathe. Garbage everywhere. Being up all night, screeching. Oh, that arrangement would be off within days. No, that would not work. She is not a good roommate. How is she going to move all her crap? She'll leave it all behind. She won't take it with her. What has she got to take with her? The bed is probably destroyed. The couch we know is destroyed. She says she's got stains on it. What else is there? There's nothing in that apartment that she's going to take with her. She would just buy all new stuff, or that would be a reason for her to scam new stuff. Oh, I left my stuff behind. I need new stuff. If she stays in Canada, Beezers, and she says, I don't have any furniture, you know what you say? Well, that's just too bad. Because she had furniture. Should have taken it with her. But she'll just use that as part of her new scam. Oh, I need an apartment and I need you guys to furnish it too. Oh, and I also need a new pet. That'll probably be on the agenda as well. She'd rather leave it all behind and let the apartment building deal with it before she takes it with her. She'd be like, I'll just get all new stuff. That's how wasteful with money she is. Instead of taking care of things, and by taking care of it, if you have to move, you don't have to spend money on it later. She just go, oh, I just want all new stuff. You know, like, you guys are responsible. Get me all new stuff. I need a couch. I need a bed. Money's coming out of your pocket, not mine. Hello here. No, she gets nothing before she gets a shower chair. But no, I do not wish Foodie on anybody. If she were a normal person that knew how to behave, renting a room might be ideal, maybe, but she's too much for anybody. No one deserves that hassle. Nobody deserves that headache. No one. Don't wish that on anybody, y'all. So we got some Twitter peeps to go over. Ow, ow, ow. But isn't it hilarious? Someone who was set up to succeed and still failed. Still failing. The pattern is not broken. It continues. The failure. How many times is this? That she was set up for a success and she still failed. This whole damsel in distress, I'm tied to the railroad tracks, somebody come rescue me act is getting old. Foodie is getting really, really, really old. You're a 42-year-old woman, almost 43, and acting weak and helpless and vulnerable. It's an old act. People are so sick of it, especially after helping you so much. They're tired of it. They're waiting for that moment when you become strong, and it's never going to happen as long as they keep enabling you. The Beezers, if they want to help Foodie, the best way you can help her, don't help her. Tough love. Don't help her. She needs to figure some shit out. Don't help her. Sometimes the best way you can help people is don't help them. Hands off. You need to learn how to help yourself. You need to understand you can't rely on other people so much. You got to rely on yourself sometimes. Same thing with her family. So y'all ready to get into the Twitter peeps? And I can go the hell off on this video that she posted. I'm so ready. So ready to do this. Y'all, you know what time it is. It's time for the Twitter peeps. All right, let's get into the Twitter peeps and this video. Oh, hello, Mag. It is better for Chantal to get BG to a rescue. The vet potential adopters. She has proven she's not good at vetting. Too many creeps out there who want to harm animals. You know what, Mag? You're right. I will agree with that. If you don't vet the people that are taking your pet, it might end up in the wrong hands. And I think after everything that BG has been put through, she deserves a good owner, someone that will really care about her, take her to the vet, give her proper food and water. She deserves a second chance at a good owner. So I agree wholeheartedly with that. There's just some bad people. Little fun fact, chat. Did you know? Thank you, Billy. Hold on a second. Thank you, Billy, Foodie needs to move to outer space. Love you, Rosenbooker. Thank you. Little fun fact. Did you guys know, and I've heard this, that shelters near Halloween, they won't adopt out any black cats if they have them, because people tend to use black cats for nefarious purposes during Halloween, specifically black cats. And for the record, there's some people that say, oh, black cats are evil. No, they're not. Black cats are adorable. They're hilarious. They're characters. There's nothing bad about a black cat. They're gorgeous little house panthers. But it's true. Around Halloween, shelters will not adopt out black cats just for that reason. But black cats are little house panthers. They're so nice. Black cats are good luck in Ireland. Nice. My black cat. Oh, you got a black cat, baby. And so do you. You got Leo and he's black. I had Sparky. Sparky was a character. He talked a lot. He was so talkative. But just so you know that if you're looking to own a black cat, don't expect to adopt one around Halloween, because they know people are out there doing things to black cats around Halloween, and they're not going to adopt around that time. But I can vouch, black cats are great. Great as pets. No different than any other cat. All right, so let's get into the Twitter, peeps, y'all. Now that we've had that cat discussion. Oh, hold on a minute. I'm stupid. No, I'm not. I just forgot to switch tabs. Okay, so for those of you that happen to be on Twitter and you want to follow me there, it's Wild Girl Sarah. For those of you not on Twitter, that's why I'm doing the peeps. You guys can keep up with all the girl world stuff without having to be on the Bird app. I'll fly around the Bird app and gather stuff up and bring it here to y'all during these live reactions. Fondue Spiteful Beach. Foodie Beauty Chantal crying about being isolated while also finding every excuse to stay locked in her apartment is so hypocritical. Literally planning to fleece her idiot Beezers to fund her move. Infuriating, but expected. The fact that she did a mukbang with fast food, talking about I can't afford to stay here, is wild work. You're over there sad fishing people. I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no plan. While eating DoorDash. Wild work. Absolute wild work. I don't know what I'm going to do, guys. Maybe you should have figured it out well beforehand. Maybe. Maybe all of that money that you wasted on food sitting in the fridge and it just sat there and rot. Maybe you could have put that towards your new plan. You were just blowing money on food every which way. So she did a video. This is a still from it. Oh, you know what? It's not rage bait for me, kinda. I'm just wanting to point out how stupid she is. Yeah, she had a year to figure it out. Listen, if she ends up on the streets, it ain't my problem. It's what she wanted. Thank you, Dina Marie, for Queen Booger. Thank you. It's just crazy. You don't know what you're gonna do. You don't know where you're gonna go. I don't know how much money she's got saved up, but spending money on the DoorDash anyway. There's boogers. Booger. She's sleeping. Yeah, let her live with Shani and Rev. Hey, Debbie. She's on the it's better over there plan. It's a terrible blame to be on where your brain tricks you into believing there's something better over there. Well, Foodie's always been about it's she wants what she can't have. Like wherever she is, whatever is going on, she romanticizes that someplace else is better, that some other life is better. If she's in Canada, she will romanticize being in the Middle East. And then she gets to the Middle East. And then she starts complaining and bitching and whining about the Middle East when she's over there. And then she starts talking favorably about Canada. Wherever she's at, it's not good enough. She's not happy there. She's got to go somewhere else. But then when she gets there, more complaints. Oh, Miss Yaba had a theory. I think Yaba is right. Chantal has not been paying rent. More than likely. I think that's a good, solid theory. It sounds plausible to me. I think she might have to get out a lot sooner than she's talking about. Know that she would have been evicted. You know what, Debbie? Hold on, though. Hold on. As the eviction process, even if you get evicted, uh, it's a process. It may take a while for the landlord to get the tenant out, especially if the person claims hardship or if there's stuff wrong with them. They can't just like kick you out like that. Sometimes it's a process. It might evicting somebody can take a while. Hey, Debbie, all right, you would be shaking in your boots if that was going on behind the scenes. She seems happy. Well, she's also been high. See, that's the hard part. She smokes a lot. She's over there smoking cigarettes like she's keeping herself doped up. And remember, Chantal's in this silent war with Girl World. Like, I'm not going to give you guys anything. I am not going to melt down. I'm not going to tell you what's going on. She's prideful like that. There could be like raining fire at her doorstep. She'll never let you know. Just because she wants to put on a brave face. She's like, I'm not going to let you guys know anything. But you can't, it's hard to judge a situation because like she's always numbed out. And I think that's why she stays numbed out. A, she likes it. She likes being numbed out. B, if she's numbed out, she can't rage. She can't have a meltdown. If she's sober, she might open her mouth about something that she wants to stay quiet on. So she stays numbed out to keep that from happening. And just like Foodie will say, she's married with a straight face when she's not. Hey, Yelly, the worst thing, deteriorating her body and brain is already bad, but worse is the delusional partnership with Salah, who is making the Lifetime movie on it. Have we seen her 100% sober? Was she sober in Kuwait? I don't think she was 100% sober in Kuwait. It might have been harder for her over there to get to certain things. It wasn't like she could run down to the dispensary and pick up things over there. I think she was a little bit dry. I think she was taking other things that were available, but she couldn't get at the green like that. She's going to rage soon enough. I don't know. I don't know, but something is definitely going on. Whether we hear about it, don't know. Oh, hello. Boho Sheik says she got her eviction notice today as it was a long weekend this past weekend and offices were closed. That is why it is on her day off. Oh, hello, Melvin. Thank you for the information. In the United States, if you establish a residency, it takes months to evict. Former landlord here, right? It's a process. Just because you want someone out for non-payment doesn't mean it's going to happen immediately. If the tenant wants to be a jerk, they can extend it out for months, and there's not a doggone thing you can do about it. You can't walk in the house and force them out. You can't throw their stuff out. You can't change the locks. You can't do none of that. It's a nightmare. Some landlords, they go through a nightmare. I mean, I've heard horror stories about people that were squatters that just straight up moved into houses that they didn't even have a lease for, changed the locks and all that. And it would sometimes take the landlord like months and months to get them officially out. And in the meantime, they're doing damage. So as a landlords can sometimes go through a nightmare with stuff like that. Does Canada do a 30-day eviction? I don't know. Do they? Do we have some Canadians in here that can answer that? Is there any Canadians here that can answer that question? It takes years in the UK. Thank you. Any Canadians in the house that can answer that? Tammy says yes. And yes. Okay, thank you. Like every place is different, so I have to ask these questions. What's the question? Okay, hold on. It scrolled up. Da da da. Where'd it go? It scrolled by. Oh, this was the question. Does Canada do 30-day evictions? That was a question. Does Canada do the 30-day? You got 30 days to vacate. Does Canada have that? Like you got 30 days to get your shit out. Oh, thank you, Jay. Check Ontario specifically. I'm in Alberta, but I think Ontario is 60 to 120 days. So like 3 months, 2 or 3 months. Yes, they can under certain conditions. Normally it is 60 days. Oh, thank you, Token. She'll pull a fake disability act, and the tribunal courts are months behind. You can Google it. I don't think she can claim disability, though. Like, she's not officially disabled. She may say, oh, I have trouble walking, but she can't truly say that she's disabled. She can't prove that. She can't say, oh, I'm disabled, and here's the paperwork to prove it from my doctor. She might say, yeah, I'm super morbidly obese and I have trouble moving and it's going to be a process, but like, I don't know if they'll give her any grace over that. You know what, Debbie? I'm sitting here thinking about something while I'm talking to all y'all. As I remember it, if I'm remembering this correctly, back when she was in the villa with Pete's, she was the one paying the rent there. Like Pete's did not pay the rent ever. She paid it. And if I'm remembering this correctly, right before she left, she stopped paying rent there too. So I don't know if Chantal's taking this point of view of like, well, my lease is almost up anyway, so I'm just going to stop paying rent. because my lease is up in a few months anyhow. By the time I'm officially evicted, the lease is up. If she's pulling that bullshit, because I think I remember her doing that at the villa. Like she just stopped paying rent. She didn't finish up the rent properly. She stopped paying rent. So I don't know if she's doing that again. Yeah, she said she didn't have to pay for her last month. That's bullshit. She had to pay her last month. You have to finish out the lease, or else you owe that. She didn't have to pay for her last month. Why not? Why not? Yeah, she's always running without paying. She's lied her way out of it. Well, something's up, y'all. She's acting very antsy about herself, about her situation. Like, why are you so antsy? Oh, yes, she did. She really did mess Pete's up. She left him with a $5,000 damage bill to that villa. All the garbage in there that had to get moved out. They didn't move that out for free. They had to repaint that probably the entire place because she was smoking all up in there, tear out all the carpet and the padding because the poor cats were like peeing and pooping everywhere. Fix all the drains, the damaged tile in the kitchen. Oh, there was extensive damage to that villa. She showed up on her day off that she said just last night she was taking. She was served notice of eviction today. Ooh, ooh. Well, I hope. I don't know if she had a co-signer on her lease. I think 100% she did have a co-signer. Whoever the co-signer is, I'm sure they're not happy. They are not happy. Whoever that co-signer is, they're not going to be happy with her. That's going to ding against them a little bit. Was it mom? Was it auntie? Was it a beezer? Whoever it was, they got dinged. Nah, she couldn't get that apartment by herself. Nope, nope, nope. Not with her numbers, not with her bankruptcy. Think back to when she was in Kuwait. She applied for an apartment. She got rejected. It was a place she said she really wanted, and then all of a sudden she got approved. I think she was looking at that apartment first, tried with her numbers. They said, nope, come back later with better numbers. So she found a co-signer. So whoever that person is, they got dinged. They are not going to be happy about what she's doing. In BC, we pay a damage deposit. Well, hers is going to be huge. They denied her the first time that she begged them to take her. Thank you, Debbie. That building already said no, and then somehow she was able to slip in on another plan of some sort. Personally, I think she paid 6 months up front. She used that money she got from the Beezers. Maybe that would have been a smart thing if she did that, but somehow I don't think she did that. And I say that because A, she's not smart. B, she's an addict. I can't see someone who's an active raging addict giving up 10 grand to an apartment building. I just can't see that. With all her vices, and she can use that money for her vices, when you are addicted to something, you take care of the addiction first. And she can easily go through like $3,000-$4,000 in food in a month, maybe more. So is she going to give up her food money for extra rent? I just can't see that. She likes bragging about money. She likes having money. She likes making sure that her addictions are taken care of. So she's not going to give up that money. It would have been smart, but she's not smart. She's not going to give up extra money. Hey, Scaredy. She's too dumb. Let's be real. She got some Beezer to co-sign, or a relative. Somebody had to co-sign for her. Her numbers look terrible. That's why they rejected her the first time. But Chantal, you want to know the reason why you fail? Look right here. Look at this picture. Look at it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know where I'm going to go. One of the answers to your failure is right here in this picture. You're eating it. This is why you fail. Because this is where your money goes. This is the price you pay for being a Costco hoe. For all those trips to Costco and buying all that food that you did not need. Think of all the money you wasted this month on Costco when there was a Walmart right there next to your house. I mean, the dispensary got a lot of your money, and the stores, and you Postmates probably loves you right now. You're the most loyal customer. They took a lot of your money. You guys want to know where 10 grand goes? Postmates, DoorDash, Uber Eats, deliveries. All her money went to those delivery bags. That's where her money got spent. She's gonna look at Postmates and say, if something happens to me, it was them. And Postmates is gonna say, don't talk to me. It's not our fault. You use the app, stupid. All right, let's keep going. What else we got here? Ashley says, Chantal, was that your decision? Or did the landlord tell you to kick rocks? Are you serious? Is Chantal's Chick-fil-A mukbang announcement is that she's not renewing the lease of her apartment. That's it. She doesn't know where she'll be going or what she'll be doing. Oh, so we're doing the narc thing where you make it seem like it's your decision when it's not. You ain't got no damn choice. You don't have a choice on that renewal. They said no. Nope, you can't do it. Any other person would say, I like it here. And it would just make sense to stay where I'm at versus trying to save up money for a move out. If you have the option to renew, why wouldn't you? Why not? But she's doing the narc thing of like, I'm making it seem like it's my decision. I don't want to be here. But where are you going to go? You're not even saying where else you're going to go. Hey, Debbie, I'm sorry, but if you don't know where you're going, you have terrible credit. I would be very nervous right now. Oh, I'm sure she is. I'm telling y'all, hang in there. What did I say before? The countdown has started. What I say to y'all before. Like she was going to, this is Foodie's pattern. She is procrastinator Patty. She F's off and F's off and F's off. And then she gets panicky and she gets nervous when the clock is just about out of time. And then she starts lashing out. She starts raging because she's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. Because she always waits too long. She doesn't form a plan. She doesn't save any money. She's always counting on other people to save her ass. And she needs a grift. I said that too. Like this whole constant moving thing. It's an ongoing grift. She makes the most money when she moves, when she relocates. If she's somewhere and she's there, she's established, she's got all the furniture, she has no reason to grift. She needs a reason to grift. So you can't grift until you move, right? She can't come up with a good enough reason to grift right now. She can't say I need a place to stay. She's already in a place. She can't say I need furniture. She's already got furniture. There's not a single damn good reason that she could come up with that would make sense for her asking for money. So to continue to grift, she's got to move to a different place. Then she can start asking for stuff all over again. You know, the grifting is stopped until she goes to another location. I'm going to call it. I'm going to fucking call it. Watch this. Watch this, chat. She's going to she's going to come online grifting and I don't know what I'm going to do. And to couple that, she's going to be like, when I get there, if you guys help me, we'll do great content. Guarantee you she's going to say that. Or wherever I'm going, if I get there, I'll do great content, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? That's what you said about Canada when you came back. If you guys help me, if you give me $10,000, I'll do great content. Hey, Beezers, question. The $10,000 you gave her to come back to Canada, the content that she's given you, was that worth $10,000? Was it? Did you get $10,000 of great content from Foodie? Hell, I'll even go further. Not only did you guys give her $10,000, but every time she went out, she made money on top of the money you gave her to come back. She was making money. So you actually gave her more than 10 grand, much more. Whatever the amount was, did you get your money's worth? Because I don't think you did. I think there are people on YouTube that have given much better content for free. But you guys gave her all that money and all she did was promise you, I'll do great content. Hey, Kiwi Kitten, what's the latest content? I could not believe it when I saw this. What was her content the other day? Her content was simply standing. It's like, hey guys, let me just challenge myself. How long can I stand? Wow. So the content is her standing straight up, seeing how long she could stand. Less than 5 minutes. That's the interesting content. Foodie standing up from the couch and walking 20 seconds. That's the content that you guys pay for. That's how far we've come. We went from Crackhead Olympics to Foodie standing up. Let's see how long I can stand up. And I saw that she was trying to hide around a corner. You're trying to see if you can hide around a corner. So standing up for 5 minutes and moving is the highlight of the stream. And her just standing around a corner is another highlight. I still want to know what happened to Wanda the Wallet. I don't know what happened to Wanda. I have no idea. Could be there under another name for all I know. I did see something on Twitter. Somebody actually took out a loan to give money to Foodie. Can y'all believe it? That somebody actually took out a loan to give money to Foodie? I wouldn't. Somebody else did, though. Taking out an actual loan just to give money to Chantal. Grifter's gonna grift. Frosty Toast says Foodie Beauty is 100% not staying in Canada. Perhaps she really is going back to Salah or another country. She's going to dump BG to someone else. I think she's been getting her auntie to help with that. Thank you, Mad. I feel bad for BG. I hope that BG goes into another home, and I pray that it's a good person, a really good person. And I hope that Chantal does not get another pet wherever she's going. Just don't do that, Foodie. Just stop getting animals. You can't take care of them no more. Let's watch the video, courtesy of Kirsten, because I'm not giving her a view today. I'll watch it through Kristen. Here we go.
Hello, Foodie Beauties. Hello. Hello, guys. Welcome to another video. Today I have Chick-fil-A.
What the fuck? She's got, we got the bag of food and we got a backup bag. There's 2 bags there. Oh my God. How much food did you get? That order by itself is like $60. Maybe more. She probably got like 3 or 4 bags. We got 2 bags. Damn. Look, there's another bag right here. Bags on top of bags on top of bags.
Look at this interesting packaging. Okay. All right, first things first. Drink. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. Let me get this set up. I'll be right back. Okay. I have a Chick-fil-A feast.
Wait. Hold on. Stop right there, madam. No. What's in the other bag? That's just in one bag. What's in the other bag? That came out of one bag. What's in the other bag? Is that for later? Is that a snack? That looks like a snack to me for Foodie.
First thing is the drink. It's half unsweetened tea and half lemonade. And I'm trying their salad for the first time. I heard it's really bomb. But first we eat the hot food so it doesn't get cold. And I have a spicy chicken deluxe and Chick-fil-A sauce and fries. So I didn't get enough Chick-fil-A sauce. So this is the stuff for the salad. We'll keep that for a little bit in a minute. Chick-fil-A sauce.
You know, I'm not trying to be a biatch here, but Chantal, you were looking very swollen today. You look very puffy. Did you eat a lot of salt yesterday? Your face is looking very, very swollen and round. You look swole, girl. Not in a good way.
The best. So I'm going to eat my lunch while I talk to you about the subject I've been wanting. Well, I guess I want to talk to you about. For those of you who don't follow me on Kick, I do talk more about my life over there. Beauty bite, bismillah. BG, we can't see you, BG. Oh my God. So yeah, for those of you, you might know kind of like, so basically, let me rewind. I'm not organized in my thoughts. My lease is coming up and I mean the end of my lease. Come here.
Give her some food. I hate this already. I hate it. That poor baby is so hungry. I feel so bad for that cat to sit there and not be fed and then have to smell food. Ugh! Feed your baby.
What these things? What's these things?
Y'all see my cat. Look. You see that? Happy, well fed, well loved. That's my queen. She doesn't wander around like that. She doesn't have to. She gets fed. That's why she's able to sleep like that. But poor BG is always wandering around the kitchen looking for fucking food. A poor baby is hungry. And BBJ and Sam were the same way. They were always wandering around the kitchen looking for water, looking for food. That burns me up so much.
She has to investigate like every single thing. So every time she's investigating, I say, "What's these things?" Nothing you would like. But my cat is fed. Don't worry. Okay. Anyway, so I've been on the fence about what I'm going to do. And I made a decision. But I'm not sure exactly like what I'm going to do beyond that. Like
that makes no sense. I made a decision about what I'm going to do, but I haven't made a decision. So which is it? Have you made a decision or haven't you made one? Because you don't know what you're going to do. You don't know where you're going to go. You're still trying to figure it out. You have no plan. You're probably behind the scenes calling everybody you know, looking to borrow money or move in or see if you can move in with Nader. And if he might turn you down, maybe go back to Salah. If he turns you down, you're going through all your options. That's why you're coming on camera saying, I haven't made a decision yet. Because you're getting rejected every which way you go. You want to move in with somebody, but nobody is taking up on you on your offer. And you know what? I'm not a fan of Pete's. Never will be a fan of Pete's. But big round of applause to Pete's. Something in his brain clicked on, and he knew that this whole situation with Chantal was not reliable. Smart decision there, Pete's. Had he moved in with Chantal, he would be in this mess too. But something in him just said, no, I don't trust this. I don't trust her. She's too flighty. And he stayed where he's at. Smart decision by Pete's. Because if he had moved in, they'd both be in a pickle.
I basically made the decision that I'm going to leave here. Bye.
Girl, stop. You're over here talking about your moving situation. Stop catering to the feeders. You're actively catering to the feeders while you're talking about your living situation. Stupid. Obviously, they're not helping you. If you're over here saying, I don't know what I'm going to do, stop catering to them. The money's drying up. They're tired of your ass.
Chick-fil-A has some of the best chicken sandwiches. You can't tell me otherwise.
And the jaw goes clickety clackety. Sorry for my TMJ.
So,
Yeah, you know what, Foodie? Instead of spending all that money on Postmates and Uber Eats and DoorDash, you really should have gotten your jaw fixed. Or you can make less noise by taking smaller bites. You're making that noise because you're overstuffing your mouth full of food. Take smaller bites.
Yeah, I've decided that I gotta leave. It's a lovely place. I love my time here. Nothing about my apartment. It's very comfortable. It's in an amazing location. It has a lot of pluses.
Oh, this is the angle we're putting on it. Oh, it's lovely and da 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 da, but I want to leave. Nah, I don't think you want to leave. I think you're being made to leave. She doesn't have a choice. She's got to go. They want you out. And it's been less than a year, and you've already given them so many problems. They've had so much drama because of you. Yeah, did you notice that too, Mrs. Peel? It's a great place, but I'm moving on to better things. What better things? You were in a great location. The apartment is fine. You got everything you need right there. How could you ask for better? Where are you going to find better? Maybe they raise the rent. Even if they did, though, Lola, she can afford it. Even if they said to Foodie, we're raising your rent by $100. I'm just making up a number. I'm not a landlord. I don't know how much more they can raise the rent. But even if they raised her rent by $100 or $200, she can afford it. She just has to give up 1 or 2 days of DoorDash and she could afford it. You know, it just makes more sense to me to stay where you are if you have the option, if you can afford it, than have to save up like 5 or 6 grand to go somewhere else. And then you got to move and relocate everything. It's a pain in the ass. Moving is. So if you had the option to stay, why wouldn't you? Especially if everything you need is right there, it would just make sense. But I don't think she's got that option on the table.
But I want to move on. And I've done a lot of reflecting. I mean, heck, when I'm not live or whatever else, I'm reflecting on what to do with my life, what I want. We all have dreams. We all have aspirations. I have a lot. I don't like to tell people my dreams, really, until they come true, because
Foodie, you know what I think? I think that you spend way too much time thinking and not enough time doing. You like to dream out loud, and you turn those dreams out loud into a grift. Well, maybe if I go here, this is going to happen. Or when I go back there, these things will happen. You get stuck in just the thinking process. Like, I want to travel and I want to do things, but it goes no further than that. Because to take it further would mean planning, would mean saving up, would mean making a blueprint to turn that thing into a reality. I know this is going to sound weird, guys, but just follow me for a second. It's like someone who knows that they have to clean out their attic, right? They know that they can clean out the attic and organize everything and make it into a nice space. And they're like, I know I'm going to go clean out the attic. But then they start thinking about all they have to do to clean out that attic, all that clutter. And they start thinking about the process of cleaning it. And that turns them off from making a move. And they say to themselves, well, I'll do it tomorrow. A week later, they're still procrastinating. 2 weeks later, still procrastinating. So they'll think about it. They know they should do it. But then they're like, oh, that requires being uncomfortable, being hot, getting dirty, organizing things. And then they stop right there. The movement part and the planning part, the execution is where they get stuck. So she likes to think about things because there's no effort involved. She doesn't have to plan. She doesn't have to execute what she wants to do. Thinking is effortless. But it's when you put things in motion that energy is expended, and she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want to expend any energy. So she's a dreamer, our girl. She dreams and she imagines and she fantasizes and she romanticizes everything, but she doesn't execute anything. Nothing.
I think it's just a good thing to do. But I also just kind of want to like go somewhere. I feel just kind of isolated here. I don't know.
The nerve of you. I feel isolated here. Whose fault is that? You isolate yourself. You don't have to isolate yourself. You can walk outside the door and do things. Wherever you go, you isolate yourself. If you went back to the Middle East, if you found your way there, you'd be isolating yourself in an apartment somewhere, in a room someplace. If you stayed in Canada, you would still isolate yourself. As I said, you were set up for success, Chantal. You were given cheat codes to success. The first cheat code was the $10,000 from your Beezers. The second cheat code was you moved into an apartment building that gave you like a few months where you didn't pay rent. The third cheat code was a Beezer came forward and said that they paid a portion of your rent. Girl, how many cheat codes do you need to this game to succeed? You had mods on top of mods on top of mods, and you still couldn't get it right. So if you came back to Canada with all those cheat codes, still couldn't succeed, where exactly are you going to succeed? Yeah, someone paid her rent. Sofa King. One of her former Beezers that's still floating around Foodie came forward in Milky Chai's chat and said he paid a portion of Foodie's rent for a while. Sure did. So like 3 things working in her favor to succeed, and she still failed. Still failed. And I bet you anything, wherever she's going, she's going to beg money from people. I don't know what I'm going to do. Figure it out. Figure it the fuck out. Lots of other people figure it out with a lot less money. They roll up their sleeves and they make it happen. Why can't Chantal? Why can't she do it? She said her Beezers don't pay her bills. What a load of shit that is. They do nothing but pay her bills. Chantal has been on social media for 10 years, a whole decade. Every bit of money that she's ever gotten the last decade has come from other people. She hasn't gone out and honestly worked for her living. She's gotten it from other people. Her Beezers do nothing but pay her bills. They helped her move twice. Twice. They helped her with the first apartment when she came back to Canada. Then they helped her again with the apartment that she's currently in. And she's probably going to ask money again for a third place, wherever that is. They paid for everything about her life. They paid for every bit of food she's ever stuffed into her maw. They paid for her furniture. They even paid for poor little BG. All that money came from other people. They even paid for her sugar babies. They paid for Salah. They paid for Natter. They paid for all of her trips to Thailand, to Kuwait, to Syria, to Cuba. They paid for all of it. All their money, not hers. She can thank the Beezers for all that stuff.
And coming back to Canada, like, I've accomplished a lot of things in my personal life.
No, you haven't. What have you accomplished? Since you've been back to Canada, what have you accomplished exactly? You got into that apartment with all those cheat codes to win, still failed. You gained a bunch of weight. You made yourself more immobile. You got a scooter, which was horrible for your mobility. Horrible. Didn't even try to walk, didn't even try to use the workout room to lose weight. Didn't get on top of your addictions. Didn't go into counseling. Didn't go to a doctor. So your health is worse than when you first came to Canada. Didn't even take care of your health, girl. And Canada is a wonderful place for getting your health together. You still failed that way too. So what positive thing have you accomplished in Canada that made sense? What good have you done for yourself? None. You haven't even stopped asking people for money. Not even that change of like, I'm good, guys. I don't need your money. You guys have given me so much. I got this. I'll figure it out. That would be a positive change for you. To stop relying on people and get to actual work and make your own money. You're still relying on people too much. And there are too many people enabling your ass. And they think they're being kind by enabling you. Worst idea ever. Sometimes you got to let people learn on their own. They got to learn to stand up on their own without you supporting their legs. You can't be their support system forever. But they keep enabling her and keep paying her. And one day they're going to look at her and go, we're broke. We can't give you any more money. Sorry.
And I'm still working on a lot of things. But I just get tired of being anchored in the same place. And I don't think that that's the kind of life that I want.
So what are you saying? I'm tired of being anchored in the same place. Did you hear that, Beezers? Did you catch that part? She just said, I'm tired of being anchored in the same place. That's important that she said that. Hope y'all heard that over there. Because it sounds like wherever she goes, she's not going to stay there for very long. She's going to keep bouncing around. So there's going to be a continuous cycle of stay somewhere for a while, get people's money, move somewhere else, get their money, move someplace else, get their money. She's never going to settle down. It's never going to be a case of, I'm moving somewhere and wherever I'm going, I want to stay there. She's going to keep bouncing around and asking for money all the time. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what she just said. Did I hear that right? I don't want to be anchored to the same place. It sounds like a cycle of just moving around all the time and expecting other people to pay for each move. You're not going to find somewhere and go, I'm going to stay here for about 5 years or at least 3 years. Yeah, thank you. She's not some young, skinny girl with a backpack that can just like run around all over the country. Yeah, she's running away from responsibility. That's exactly what it is. She makes a mess wherever she is, and then she wants to escape. Immature thinking, like, instead of facing my problems and dealing with my problems and solving my problems, I'd rather run away. I'd rather go somewhere else and just pretend those problems that do not exist. That if I run to a different location, those problems are taken care of. Wrong. When you come back, and you always have to come back, your problems will be there waiting for you. If you're running to another country to get away from the tax man, even if you're gone for 2 or 3 months, he's not forgotten about how many taxes that you owe. It's not like he writes it off the balance sheet. Oh, she's gone for 3 months. Oh, she owes nothing now. It's not like your health problems stop. It's not like your debt stops. So what's the point in running? What's the point? If you leave Canada, you got to come back. You can't stay there permanently wherever it is. So you're spending money on plane tickets. And you're spending money to stay somewhere. Money you could spend for something that makes sense. And then you got to come back and you're homeless all over again. Stupid. Stupid. So stupid.
Like, I want to live a life of moving around, discovering things. You guys know this.
No, they don't know that. No, they don't know that. Why would they know that? I want to have a life where I'm moving around and discovering things. Ooh, it sounds like she wants to go back to the Middle East, doesn't it? That's what I'm hearing in her voice. I want to escape Canada. Discovering what? Going where? If you go back to the Middle East, without somebody there, you won't know your way around. You won't have a driver's license. You won't have a car. Can't rent one. If you go to Thailand, same thing. Discover what? You're in Canada right now, and you're already making excuses why you can't get out. Oh, it's too hot out there. Oh, it's too overcast. Oh, the weather. The weather conditions aren't perfect. Therefore, I can't go out. You're already given those excuses. So how's it going to be better in Kuwait? How to be better in the Middle East? You're going to go back to the Kuwait and the Middle East when it's over 100 degrees there? Have you checked the weather over there lately, Foodie? It's hot. You don't like hot. And they have blackouts. They have brownouts. The power goes out. No air conditioning. What you going to do? What are you going to do? You can't take Scooty over there. What you going to do? You can't scoot on over to the store with no scooter. What you going to do without your green? Ooh, that's another thing, chat. Think about it. If she does travel somewhere else, which I don't think she can do because of her health and because of her money situation, wherever she goes, ooh, oh my God. She's going to go somewhere new after getting her body used to all that cannabis. being numbed up all the time, the withdrawals are going to be a bitch. She's going to be mean for a while. Ooh, she's going to be intolerable. She's going to be a CUNT. Yeah, she can be jonesing. She got her body used to all those green products. And then she's going to go somewhere and be without. Lord, she's going to be a mess.
Travel, stuff like that. And I know that a lot of people see that as running away from myself.
You are.
But it's actually trying to find myself.
But Chantal, listen. Shh. Trying to find yourself. Girlfriend, pay attention. You went to Cuba. You went to Thailand. You went to Kuwait. You went to Syria. 4 different locations. You went to 4 different locations and you couldn't find yourself at any of them. You've lived in Canada. Where exactly are you going to find yourself? Wherever you go, there you are. And you take your problems with you. They don't just stay left behind when you leave. I need to find myself. Girl, this ain't Eat, Pray, Love. You aren't Julia Roberts. You're not on some kind of spiritual quest. Okay? You're not looking to really find yourself. You're looking for a place to escape to. We all know this. We all understand this. You make a mess and you're looking to escape the mess. And honestly, and this is your headache to deal with or not, your mental health is a mess. Do you understand me? It's a mess. You should be going to a hospital. You should be going for a mental evaluation. It's bad. It's real bad. You should be like concerned about your mental health because it's getting worse. You should be seeking mental help. You need it so badly, but you're not going to because you convince yourself, I'm fine. Girl, you're not. Over there shouting out phrases all the time. BG! Even when you're in public, something's going on in your brain, girl. It ain't good. You're not Julia Roberts. This ain't Eat, Pray, Love. Where you're on an honest quest to discover parts of yourself. You're just looking to escape. And you need to understand you can't escape your problems. They just follow you wherever you go.
You know what I mean?
No, you probably don't know what I mean, but that's all right.
I don't feel like I've found my true life's purpose yet. And
you're 42 years old. When are you going to figure it out? What is my true life's purpose? It's been in front of you the whole time, stupid. Looking you in the face. You just don't want to do it. It's literally right there. How about take care of yourself? Your body's screaming for help. Take care of that. Doctors, family members, friends, everybody on the internet saying, you need to go to a doctor, dumbass. You need to get it together. No? Don't want to do that? Answer's right there. Right fucking there. Hell, you're losing your mobility. You're stretching out of your clothes. You can't even stand for 5 minutes. I don't know what my life's purpose is. there's a purpose right here, okay? Your body. You want to travel? You want to do things? Don't you need your body? I think you do. How can you travel without your body? How can you go places without the use of your body? How about fixing your fucked up brain? That would help you feel better. Same thing with your health. Fix what's broken inside of you, what needs help, what has been screaming for help for years. Heal yourself. Make that your purpose if you give a shit. I don't think you do. I'm going to be the bitch in the room right now and say, Foodie, from everything I've seen, you're too far gone. You're way too far gone. And as long as you keep doing the Foodie requests, as long as they're around you giving you money to eat, as long as you're doing the private after hours content for them, it's a lost cause. You put yourself in a corner. You made food your content knowing before you got on YouTube that you were a food addict and that was a bad idea. You did it anyway. You decided to make your addiction into content and make money with it. And you made a lot of money. A lot. You're still making money with it, but you put yourself in a corner doing that shit because now that it's your content, now that you found a crowd of people that pay for that shit, you're in that corner and you can't get out. You let things get just that bad where you don't have any options and you don't want to give yourself options. So your addiction is your content. It's your money maker. And you're like, well, if I don't do this addiction content, what do I do? Well, you should have figured that out years ago. You don't want to quit doing that kind of content. Other people around you don't want you to quit doing that kind of content because that's their entertainment. That's their fetish. That's their kick. You cater to that at the expense of your body. You're doing self-harm content. You gave your addiction a job. You're making money with your addiction and you don't want to quit. And you don't even have the option to do something else. And I've been watching you for years. I have not seen you fight against the feeders or the addictions. If anything, you lean in harder to them. And here we are. You have finally reached that point where your body's like, we can't go any further. We just can't. You need to understand that. Like, we can't take any more abuse. You can't use us to make money anymore. And I don't know if you're romanticizing being bedbound and being in a facility and you could still do your feeder content and people will still give you money and then other people will take care of you. I wouldn't be romanticizing that if I were you. Think about all the times you romanticized something and then you got hit with the reality. Was the reality like your fantasy? Was it anywhere close to the fantasy? No. So maybe it's time to stop living in that fantasy world of like, I'm imagining something is going to be so great. Well, maybe, what if it ain't? What if it's not great? Then what? What's the option? You're going to go to something else and romanticize that too? Then find out the reality is not so great? Time to come out of that fantasy world, girl. You're stupid.
I'm just soul searching, you know. I did give my notice.
No, you didn't. That's so stupid. I gave my notice. Why do you have to give notice when your lease is up in a few months? Does that make sense to anybody? Her lease is up in a few months. So why do you have to give notice? Why are you going to give your notice 3 months out? Huh? You're not making sense. You don't have to give notice if your lease is going to be up. It's up. They're not going to renew you. They gave her notice. Yeah, they probably sure did. She got her notice. Hey, Debbie, it's yes, because it reverts to month. She would owe for the month, of course. You have to give 30-day notice, even if your lease is up. Okay. Maybe she doesn't know that. Unless she's leaving early. That's the feeling that I'm getting, Sensei. I think she might be leaving early. I don't think she's going to be in that apartment for 3 more months. I think Miss Mama is leaving early. That's what I feel. She might be like, she might be one of those people that move out in the middle of the night. Just pack a bag and go. Hey, Debbie. Yeah, she's probably going to blow out of there and not pay what she owes. I got a feeling. I got a feeling that she's going to take off before her lease is up. She's going to bounce out of there.
No, I don't have to pay my last month rent here.
Yeah, you do.
Chick-fil-A is so good. So I'm not sure what I'm going to leave exactly.
Oh, wait. I love this comment. Hold on. Thank you, Luz. It's because of Rosie and her boyfriend and how happy they are in their vlog. And Foodie has been watching it. Yeah, like she's been talking a lot about Rosie lately, trying to pick a fight with her. And I'm sure that bugs her. That Rosie has, what's his name? I forget his name. But the boyfriend, let's call him the boyfriend. Jealous because Rosie is doing the couple thing with him. And she's like, what about me? Remy? Yes, Remy. She's like, I want to do couple stuff too. Remy, there we go, Remy. She's feeling left out. What about me? No one's talking about me. Even if Salah were there, would anybody talk about Chantal? No. Because those two together are boring. She's boring and he's boring. So even if Salah were in the apartment, would it be better content? No, because they're both boring. He's got all the personality of a stale potato chip. And she's not much better. Like bad camera chemistry, those two. He doesn't really talk, and she talks too much about absolutely nothing. Yeah, everyone is covering Rosie now. I'm sure it pisses her off. You know what? She knows what to do. Our girl isn't stupid. She's just stubborn. She knows what to do to get the attention back on her. What does she have to do? Get real. She can get real with herself. She's over there talking about, I want to find myself. How about starting with getting real? You can do that in Canada. Take off the abaya, take off the hijab, and be yourself. Start there. You want to find yourself? It starts with being yourself, your real self. No disguises, no cosplaying. Be yourself. It's who you've been all along anyway. And tell the damn truth. You will get views like that. Just getting real. You want those views again? You know how to get it. Be truthful. Be your real, honest self. Stop this fake bullshit. I'm a Muslim woman. No, you're not. Never have been. Never will you be. That ain't you. You're never going to find yourself until you are yourself. Be your true, honest, feral self all the way. Full throttle. Foot to the gas pedal. Be yourself. You want them views? That's how you get it. Being authentic. Being genuine.
Just too isolating here.
It's too isolating. That would be the case wherever she went. And if she moved out of the country somewhere, it'd be even worse. It's too isolating here. Ma'am, I'm a single female. I live alone. I'm not isolated. I go out and I take walks. I took a walk this morning, early this morning. I enjoyed the nice weather, the sunshine. Got out and breathed the air. It's not isolating. You live right across the street from the Walmart. You can get out of the house. You can go to Walmart. You can walk around. You can look at things. You got a movie theater right there. You got a park. There's things to do. You can take some of that Uber Eats money and take a taxi somewhere. If you're isolated, it's because you isolated yourself, not because you're in the middle of nowhere. If you're in Canada surrounded by everything to do and you feel isolated, what's another country going to do for you? How's it going to help improve that situation? You're doing the COVID thing, and COVID has been over for a minute. If you're feeling isolated, it's because you choose to stay in the house and not do jack shit. You wanted to be alone. You don't want to be around people. You make every excuse in the world not to go out. Oh, Scooty isn't charging very much. Gee, I wonder why. Poor Scooty. Look at all that he's put up with. Carrying somebody who's 200 pounds overweight on the damn thing. You're lucky that it's lasted this long. You can't get another one, though? Can't get another Scooty to go out and do things? How about walking? You need to walk. Get some mobility in your life.
So, what will be the next foodie era adventure? I mean, I guess stick around and find out.
Is it me or does she look stressed? Stressed. Look at that face. Look at it. Somebody's worried. Somebody's really worried. She's scared. She is scared. She should be. But I don't feel sympathy for her. Anybody else that was in a situation of after their lease is up, they got to go, they have no home planned, I would feel sympathy for. Because homelessness is not a joke. My heart goes out to anybody that is going through some hard times. And every month they got to pray that they make rent. But I can't feel sympathy for this one when she caused this all herself. She did it. this is her fault. If I feel bad for anything, it's that poor cat. I feel bad for BG, but I pray that BG gets a good home. Her, whatever happens to her, happens to her. Maybe it'd be good for her to rough it. Maybe that's what she needs, to rough it a little bit. Maybe that might, smarten her up and teach her some things. I'm sure there's a lot of people on my chat. We've been through our struggles, have we not? And it made us better people. It made us smarter. It made us more conscious of our decisions. We went through our struggles. We came out the other side stronger, smarter. If you ever had any struggles, you're like, you watch your money after that. There's nothing wrong with going through a struggle sometimes. It happens. But you come out smarter as a result. She needs that in her life. She needs to struggle a little bit. She needs to go through some hard times. Maybe by going through some hard times, it might teach her to appreciate all that she gets. It might teach her to be smarter with what she receives. It might teach her the value of giving versus just receiving. She needs that in her life. I think the thing that needs to happen with Chantal is that narcissistic pride, that ego, that tower that she put herself in, it needs to be broken down. She has walled herself up in it to raise herself above other people, thinking everybody else are just like peasants. She needs to come back down to earth and realize that she's mortal, that she's not above other people. That would be good for her. She needs a little bit of humbling. She needs it bad.
But hopefully we're on to bigger, better things. And yes, no matter what I do, no matter where I go, my cat is coming with me. I'm not leaving.
It would be smarter if she didn't come with you. You can't take care of her. You're not taking care of her now. And if you keep eating the way that you're eating, you're going to get to a place of being bedbound. How is she going to get taken care of? There's nobody around. If you gave a shit about BG, if you really loved her, you would give her to another person right now out of love. You would do what's best for her by giving her to another person. If you sometimes as pet owners, we got to do what's best for our pet. We can't just do it for ourselves. You got to do what's best for them. You giving BG to another person, that would be the best thing for her. That way you can focus on yourself, where you're going to go, what you're going to do. You don't need to take BG with you. Let somebody else take care of her.
My precious child anywhere.
I'm going to make a prediction. I think she will give BG to somebody else, strictly because BG is no longer a little cute kitten. BG's a bit older now. She's grown a little bit out of that kitten stage. BG's really cute. Even still, she's a beautiful cat. She's very, very cute, but she's not a little teeny tiny kitten that can be used for a grift. She's outgrown the grift stage. So I think Foodie will be ditching the cat. She's going to want something she can grift with. Something brand new.
with anyone. All right, well, I still have some room. We are going to try the salad from Chick-fil-A, which I heard is really good.
It's a salad.
Because of these little bell peppers. Actually, you know what? I can't even eat this right now.
It's not that you don't have room for it, girl. I saw what you did the other day. You brought out an entire casserole pan full of something or another. Heavy food. Don't sit there and talk to me about I can't finish this. It's a salad. That's why you're not eating it. You made sure to eat that fast food and you have no room for a salad. Get the fuck out of here. You could wolf that down if you wanted to. You just don't eat salad.
When I'm hungry later, I have a good salad at least.
You won't eat that. You'll probably put that right into the trash. That's for the trash. That's going straight into the trash.
I heard these little things are really good. These crispy red bell peppers. So I have 2 of those. And I have creamy salsa dressing. Sounds really good. So I will be, I have 2 of them. Eating that for later. Woo.
You won't eat that later.
Saving that for later. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. What else is new? I mean, I've talked about it on Kick streams where I'm just like, I don't know what to do. My lease is up.
I don't know what to do. My lease is up. That face says everything to me. She is stressed. There is stress all over that face. But why? Why are you stressed? Does it make sense that we're feeling the stress right now? If your lease is up in a few months, you've still got time. Why are you stressed out right now? Do you have to get out soon? Why is the stress showing up all of a sudden like this? I mean, I'm trying to figure it out here. Yeah, that's what I said, Whiskey. Her lease is not up in 30 days unless it is. Unless it is. Like, where's all this stress coming from? Your lease is up in 3 months. You've got 90 days to figure stuff out. That's a good amount of time. So why are you so stressed like you got to get out in a month? Maybe Salah is the reason because he's not going to let her go back there. Maybe I think she wants to go back there. I mean, I'm thinking about something recent where, what was it? I mentioned this in another react. I think that they were playing a game with each other of she was trying to say he doesn't want to come to Canada because she wants to go back to Syria. She doesn't want to stay in Canada. And then him making excuses because he doesn't want her over there. It's like they're playing a game with each other of like they're blocking each other's way because they both want something different. And he doesn't want her over there. She doesn't want him in Canada. They're at a stalemate. Of like, she's trying to go back over there. He's like, no, I want to come to Canada. She's going, no, I want to go back over there. He's been wanting to come to Canada. She's like, no, can't do it. She wants to go back over there. He's like, no, can't do it. So they're both bullshitting each other. And she's getting frustrated. Hey, Suzanne, she said the other night she's got 2 packs of the green cigs and 2 vapes, which tells me she's vaping inside. Maybe she got caught. Don't know. But let's think about the things that have happened with Frontier Apartments. All those pictures of her nasty apartment that got posted on their page. Her getting caught vaping. I mean, she's been there less than a year and she's given them so many problems. And I'm sure they factored that in as far as her lease. Like, this person is not a problem-free tenant. They've given us issues. They've caused us some embarrassment. We don't want them here. Can't say I blame them. She broke the table in the kitchen. They had to fix that. Plus all the smoking around the apartment. The complaints. Like, they factor all of that in. Screaming at night.
But I actually did manage to stay somewhere a full year, pretty much, and really, buckle down. It might not seem buckled down to you guys, but I took care of a lot of financial things I had to
Like what?
take care of.
Like what?
Getting on better medications to manage my diabetes and stuff.
No, you didn't manage your diabetes. You managed your B moments. That's what they were for. You don't care about your diabetes. Diarrhea beaties. You were just making yourself sick. The purpose of those medications was never to manage your diabetes and get it under control. It was to manage your B moments so you could do those private feeder requests for people and not end up in the hospital. That's been going on for years.
Stuff like that. And I've taken care of some personal things while being here. And I've had some good moments in this place and around this place. But I'm starting to get a bit bored. So,
Chantal, you get bored wherever you go. Wherever you go, you're going to be bored. Hey, Rumble. And the issue is not where you go, it's what you do. You don't do anything. That's why you get bored. You don't do anything. I have to wonder if the reason why she wants to leave, go somewhere, is not just because she needs a new reason to grift. If she feels that if she goes to a new location because of the change of scenery, it's going to renew some interest in her channel and give her some extra views. It might for a while, but then if people see the same boring content from the same boring person, it's going to take no time at all for those views to taper off. So going to a new place is not going to make the views come back up. It just isn't. It's not going to happen. She's run out of gas. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know where to go. She knows what she needs to do. She's just not wanting to do it. She's fantasizing about traveling with Salah again. He don't want to be anywhere near her. He doesn't want to travel with her. He doesn't want her back in Syria. He has no room for her. He's staying with Dad. He's taking care of his dad. He's in his dad's house, and Dad has said, "You're not welcome here." So she goes back over to Syria. Where is she going to go? Chantal, just give it up. That option is off the table. You can't go back to the Middle East. Not going to happen. Just stop fantasizing that shit. You're too sick to travel anyway.
I feel like the mom on the movie Mermaids. Just, yeah, I don't know. So stay tuned. I'm not sure. It'll be a while yet before I'm actually out of here. A couple months at least.
Ooh, 2 months? I thought it was 3. Wait a minute. I thought it was 3 months. Isn't her lease up in 3 months? Why is she saying 2? Did something happen where she only has 2 months? Ooh. It's up in late October. She said at least 2 months. If her lease is up in 3 months, why did she say 2?
But where I go, what I do, I guess will be a surprise. And you guys will know when I'm there, just as usual.
When you're where? You guys will know when I'm there. Where?
So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
She said a couple. Chantal does not talk with full accuracy. Well, we'll see about that. We'll see what happens, won't we, chat? All right, back to Twitter peeps. Kalea says, look at this guy. She isn't renewing. So who thinks she just can't afford to live there anymore? That's totally what I think. So she's going to try and get a place for a lot cheaper. But would she even be able to find a really cheap place? Well, there's always the option on the table of an extended stay, but those aren't exactly cheap either. Those will run you at least $2,000 plus per month, but it would give her a place. But she's got to have that amount of money to stay just for 1 month. Kelly says, I guess her religion and her husband aren't part of her purpose in life. Something's happening behind the scenes. She's been off for a while now. Maybe she's going back to Syria since Salah can't get to Canada. I think she wants to go back there, but she can't. I think behind the scenes, she's been pushing on him to let her back there, and he keeps making excuses. He keeps pushing her off, and she's getting very frustrated. Because maybe in the back of her head, she thought, I can always go back there. But she can't. Like she's been counting on going back to the Middle East. And that just, it's dawning on her that that's not an option anymore. So we'll see. T says, Foodie Beauty, basically her lease will be up, we know, and she's still soul searching. But she has accomplished a lot since returning to Canada. Things like gaining around 80 pounds in 9 months, having a problem with the law, learning how to deep throat a hot dog under a bridge. Yeah, she learned some valuable skills while she was in Canada. I'm 9 months, and that's what she learned. That's what she did. Shoe Gal says Foodie Beauty cannot afford that apartment anymore, averaging less than 200 viewers. She's also requiring more and more assistance from her family. It's either Cornwall or she's hoping Salah will buy her a farm in Syria far away from his family. There is no solid plan B. I have a feeling that she's going to F off and F off and F off until the last possible second. She's going to go through all of her options, and she's only going to do the bare basic minimum as a last resort. And it's if she's this nervous now, it's only going to get worse. Y'all, she might start acting out. That frustration is bubbling underneath the surface. That pot is ready to boil over. We just got to wait. We just gotta be patient. Crochet with Ashmay says announcement is she's leaving this apartment when the lease is up and has given her notice and confirms she doesn't have to pay her last month's rent because she already paid it, but has no idea where she's going. Just knows she wants to leave as she's too isolated. Okay. Question for those in my chat that live in Canada or have lived in Canada. If you move into an apartment building there and you're paying first and last months, does that mean the last month you don't pay? Is that what she's talking about? I'm just curious. Like, is that possible? Like the last month you don't pay? Like the 1 month and you're not paying. Hey, Kirsten. Okay, then. I'm learning things as I go, and I like to learn things. Reaction Buffet says moving every year when your lease is up and not traveling, experiencing new things in the sense Foodie Beauty is trying to portray. Is she planning on leaving the country with her body hanging on for dear life? She can even stand for 5 minutes. And what if that's the case? Then what? I'm telling you, Foodie, this is not the movie Eat, Pray, Love. You are not Julia Roberts. So if that's the fantasy that you're living in your head, you need to stop. That was a movie. This is real life. You can't just bounce around from place to place and have little adventures. That is not you. That is not your life. You're very sick. You're very, very sick. You don't have that option on the table. You don't have the health and you don't have the money. And wherever you go outside of Canada, within 3 months, you're right back to being homeless. So it's so stupid if you want to travel. It is so dumb. All right, how about something positive? Thank you, Havasu Mom. Havasu Mom sent me this from y'all, just chilling. Yo, look at this turtle. He's chilling. So this that turtle's just like chilling in the water, having a soul searching moment. How come a turtle can do this and Foodie can't do this? Turtle's like, I'm just chilling right here. I have nowhere to go and nothing to do, and I'm loving it. Hey, Dr. Phil. Look, Turtle's got it all figured out. Having a Zen moment. We're just zenning in the water. We should all be as chill as this turtle. Now check this out from Love Music. For years, an old man has been caring for this ray since it was a baby, feeding and looking after it. The ray recognizes him as a human grandfather and approaches him like a giant, friendly sea pet. Okay, let's see. How awesome is this? That a wild creature like this ray is just acting like a puppy. Can you imagine? Rays are awesome. It's just like a saying, hey, just come right up to the gentleman. Looks like he's got some snacks too. He's just coming right out of the water. Saying, hey, you got some fish for me? Even rays can be affectionate. Look, No, it's not a seal. That's a sea ray. They glide to the water. They look like a UFO underneath the water. That's awesome. That's cool. And how about this? This will make you guys will make you smile. Puppies and positivity. The world's oldest known cat just turned 31 years old. She only drinks spring water and is living her best life. She just refuses to quit. 31 years old. That's a well-loved, well-taken care of kitty cat. And it's a tortie. There's the baby. $31. And remember how Chantal was talking about BBJ? She's ancient. And she wasn't even 20 years old. And here's this beautiful calico that's 31 and still going strong. Still. She's a beautiful girl drinking that spring water. I just thought I'd show you that. She a pretty girl. She's so pretty. Tone Knob Joe says, it comes to me with no surprise that Foodie Beauty could even cook ramen without ruining it. The one food pretty much no human can screw up. But then out comes the banquet portion-sized shepherd's pie she planned on eating instead. And it was like, holy shit, big serving spoon. So she put this in a vlog. First we had a $1.50 hot dog. Now we got ramen. How do you screw up ramen? The instructions are right there on the box. How do you mess up ramen? She messed it up. How did you mess it up? Holy shit. That was all for her. That shepherd's pie. And you know, if she didn't eat all that, she wasted it. And what she could have done, if she was smart, is divide up the portions of that shepherd's pie, freeze the portions she's not going to eat, and have some for later. Correct, bomba clat. That's a lot of food. You can make something like that or have something like that. Divide up the portions and then freeze what you're not going to eat so it doesn't go bad. That's a lot of food to waste. A lot. That'll feed you for days and days if you do it right. She asked if she should give it to the homeless. You know, she would only give something to the homeless if it's spoiled or about to spoil. She's not going to give good food to homeless people. She don't care that much. She made them unsanitary sandwiches, trying to pass it out to the homeless and make herself seem like a good person. At the same time, she had her PayPal link up. She's not going to give that to the homeless. She's not that generous giving food to the homeless, worth the shit. But yeah, that's all for her. Another reason that if something happens to her and she has no place to live, I don't feel sorry for her. She's wasteful. She's a wasteful woman when it comes to food. Rojo says, this is the face when Chantal realizes she can't afford her current apartment and the places in her price range will probably have no security doors, handicapped access button, multiple cameras. She'll be SOS from her local haters. Oh well, didn't have to go that way. Should have thought about all of that before you spent all your money on DoorDash and Costco. This is the price you pay for being a Costco hoe. Buying all them snacks from Costco. Who the hell goes to Costco just for snacks? You go there for groceries. Only Chantal would go to Costco for snacks. Other people go there for groceries. Moonbeam McSwine says, again, let's see.
You love this trail? Really? You guys like it? Okay, let's take a little break and then we're gonna go get a drink somewhere maybe. You love this trail? Really? You guys like it? Okay, let's take a little break and then we're gonna go get a drink somewhere maybe.
So we're back to being underneath the bridge, which is close to Costco. All roads lead to Costco. There's a reason why she likes that path. It's close to Costco. We're going to Costco again. We're going to make sure to use up our membership before you go. That's she got a Costco membership. And she's going to have to move away from Costco in a few months. That's funny. That's really funny. You paid a membership just to go there for a few months, and then after you leave, you'll have no access to a Costco. I love that for you. Florida Salt and Sass says, I can do whatever I want with my money. Are you paying my bills? Actually, yes, they are. Your viewers do pay your bills, or at least they provide your income. You're not good at paying your bills with it. Yeah, the arrogance. Are you paying my bills? Yeah, they actually are. They've been paying your bills and all your expenses for the last decade. Name one instance in the last 10 years where they've not paid your bills and your rent and your sugar babies and their expenses too. Beezer's paid for everything. Okay, now this is an older clip. Foop Olympics. She's pissed at Salah, ripping the shisha, and says she can't stay at her mom's house because she's fighting with her. Uh-oh. Let's go back in time and have a reminder of her time in the Middle East. How happy she was. Let's see.
And I'm leaving now. I don't know. I just want to get out of here. I'm starting to resent him badly. I've done so much. I've changed so much for him, and he's not even like grateful at all. Like, I'm living my life for myself from now on. Yeah. Anyways, oh, it's okay, teardrop. I feel like he doesn't want Claudia doesn't want anything to do with YouTube.
Actually, he doesn't. I mean, I don't think Salah ever wanted to be on YouTube. You just put him there. Some people are comfortable being on YouTube and doing videos, and some people just don't want to be on video. I don't think he ever wanted to be on video. I don't think he wanted to be a YouTuber. He just kind of had to because of you.
I know. I just have to figure out what I'm going to do. Like, where am I going to go? Like, it takes time to get an apartment. Like, oh my God. I really hate my life right now. I can change the date for a fee. I just need to like get out of here. So I might go earlier. A Japanese hotel. I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to be like, Yeah. I know. I really can't stay. I really can't, and I don't want to stay at my mom's either.
Ooh. I love that I'm playing this clip. So when she was over there and she wanted to leave, she was fighting with mom. She's saying, I can't stay at my mom's place. I'm kind of fighting with her. Over what? So you came back to Canada, and I don't think moving in with mom is an option either. I mean, mom does have stepdad. I don't think stepdad would be happy with you being in the house and mooching off of them. So when you're over there, mom wasn't an option, and I don't think it's an option now.
I'm kind of fighting with like everybody right now. Thailand reminds me of when we went together.
So can't go to Thailand. Doesn't want to be in Canada. Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? And stepdad says, no way. I don't blame him. I mean, I've heard things about stepdad. I've heard that stepdad is a truck driver. That's a hard job. I live with somebody who is a truck driver. That is a hard job, and it's dangerous. Truck drivers are the lifeline of this country. They transport goods. Big respect to truck drivers. And it's a dangerous job. But dad was a truck driver. Probably still is. They make good money. But they work hard, and they don't want some 500-pound problem in their house. So here she is in the Middle East, and she's freaking out. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know where I'm going to go. Nobody will take me in. Sounds like was making those phone calls. Can you take me in? Can you give me some money? And she getting told no. And it's been almost a year. Does anything sound any different now? Does it sound like she's got stuff figured out a year later? No. We're hearing the same rhetoric now that we did then. In this clip, when is the clip? Let me just take a look. The date, September 22nd, 2025. It's been almost a year. We're hearing the same shit. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know where I'm going to go. Versus, I've had a year to figure this out. I know exactly where I'm going to go. I know exactly what I'm going to do. That's what we should be hearing. We're not hearing it. Same bullshit. Damsel in distress syndrome. I'm weak. I'm vulnerable. I'm stupid. Somebody come rescue me. People are tired of rescuing you, Chantal. People are sick to death of you complaining and bitching about my life is so horrible and I'm so sick and I don't know what to do. Guess what, bitch? A lot of people have problems in their life that they have to figure out, and they have no help. And they still manage to do it. So why can't you? You are not a baby. So stop acting like one. Grow the fuck up and figure out your shit yourself. Stop asking help from people. Life is hard for a lot of people right now. A lot of people having trouble paying their bills and paying their rent and their medical bills and their medical expenses and making sure their kids get fed. Money is tight everywhere. You ungrateful bitch. Stop asking money from other people. Stop asking other people to help you when you have the ways to help yourself. You've got a YouTube channel. You've got a Kick channel. You're doing content on Cameo. You've got different ways to make money. So why aren't you making it? Why aren't you saving it? Why do you keep continuing to ask money from other fucking people? Get it together, girl. Your habits are out of control. You're an addict. And one of the things about addiction is never satisfied, ever. That's part of what makes it so destructive. It's never satisfied. It's never sated. It always wants more. Whatever you give it, the next month it wants more and more and more and more. Your food habit is out of control. It's at a point where you can't do it yourself. You need other people to help you keep it satisfied, and it's not working. Like, how much larger are you going to let it grow? It's beyond your control. If you cut out the food habit, you'd have enough money, dumbass. But you want to keep your habits the same. You want to keep your lifestyle the same. At the same time, it is unsustainable. You can't go on like this. You just can't. And here's part of the reason why, right here. Because you get yourself in a place where you expect other people to take care of you. You expect them to take you in with all of your issues and then walk around you. And wherever you go, you don't want to be helpful. You don't want to do anything. You expect to be taken care of. You're intolerable. Nobody wants to take care of you. No one. Fondue Spiteful Beach says, but, I thought it was raining today and she couldn't take the beezers out like she promised. She sure managed to scoot her big butt outside to get high. Same recycled crap. Binge, scoot to park to get high and lay on the couch for 3 hours talking about horror. She's had a year to figure this out. If you know that your lease is up in a year, then you should be preparing like 6 months out to leave. Or even if the lease isn't up and you need to think in advance. You had all this time to find yourself, to figure things out. You let it get this bad and go on this long. It's your fault. All of this is your fault. You've had all this time to kick yourself in the butt and make some money and save it and do something. And it's because she's been enabled for too long. She's been coddled for too long. So there's this horrible toxic system of, I can wait too long and I don't have to do much and somebody somewhere will save me. My problems will be their problem. My life is their responsibility. No. 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 You can't bank on the unbankable. You can't bank on the unpredictable. You got to prepare. She doesn't prepare because she'll cry to the Beezers and they will save her. Or she expects that they will. And if they don't, then she gets nasty. She gets frustrated and she gets nasty. She'll cry even more. Guys, I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't save her, Beezers. Don't. Don't. You want to help her? Don't help her. She wants to act like a child? Well, then treat her like a child. Children got to grow up, don't they? Tough love. She needs to understand she can't rely on people. That the Beezers are not an endless source of money. You want to help her? Don't fucking help her. That's how you help her. Believe me, she's got money. Understand that. She's a scammer. She could have $10,000 hidden away and still come online and say she's broke. It's not that she needs money, it's that she wants money, and she's seen if somebody's stupid enough to give it to her. If she's got money for DoorDash, she's got money. She ain't broke. If she's got money to go to the dispensary and buy all those packs of green cigarettes, she's got money. She's not broke. When you get a scammer in front of you that says I'm broke, look at all that they're doing and see the truth. She ain't fucking broke. You got money for DoorDash, you got money for the dispensary, you aren't broke. Look at everything surrounding the scammer before you believe the scammer. Kelly says, you've been in Canada for 8 months and you haven't even started making any changes. You even ate through a Ozempic. The doctors have tried to help, but at this point, you're the one who has to make the changes. Yogar says, I subscribed last week because you said you were doing a recovery journey. Are you not doing that anymore? Meant respectfully. Recovery where? How? That there's no recovery here. She's not going to recover, not as long as she's being enabled and encouraged in her food addiction. Ain't going to happen. How is recovery going to be possible without therapy? Without commitment to getting healthy? Not possible. That's why you can't trust her flip-flopping about, I'm going to get healthy. Lies.
To answer your question, Yoga, I don't really know how to answer that. Yes, I'm not giving up on myself, but...
Oh, really? I'm not giving up on myself stuffing her face. Wipe your mouth. Gross bitch.
I'm seeing my doctor tomorrow, so I'm going to ask about, like, different programs and stuff. And
you know what she's doing? She's pushing people off. Like, I don't know how to answer that question. I'm not going to say what things really are, so I'm just going to use vague language. I'm going to be vague about everything. I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to outline a plan that might be going on. I'm not going to give anything specific. I'm just going to kind of keep you in the dark so you keep watching me. Versus just tell you outright, no, I'm not interested in recovery. I'm interested in doing feeder content.
I don't know what to tell you. If you're just subscribing just to see success all the time, it's probably not going to happen. Sorry to tell you. At least not at first.
It's not going to happen at all. At all. Rianne says, tall pizza. Who did this? Peace looks angry. Okay, now, in the live that she did, she flossed her teeth with an envelope. There was an envelope with some red lettering on it. Nobody knew what it was. I tried taking a picture of the letter and flipping it over backwards and tried to zoom in to see what it said. I couldn't tell because the letters were really, really fuzzy. But here's something that the farms had to say about that. Okay. In Canada, including Ottawa, when a sentence is printed in red on a mailed notice, it's usually meant to grab attention and signal urgency or importance. From what I can make out in your image, even though it's a bit blurry, this kind of red text on letters commonly means one of the following. Typical meanings of red text on mail notices: final notice, final reminder. You may have missed previous letters and action is now urgent. Payment overdue, action required. Often used by utilities, government, or collections to indicate something needs to be dealt with soon. Important account information. Could relate to benefits, taxes, or service changes. Risk of service interruption or penalty. For example, unpaid bills, missed deadlines, or required documents. In Ottawa, Canada specifically, government or official mail, like from the CRA, City Services Utilities, uses red text to highlight deadlines, legal or financial consequences, require response, call, pay, submit forms. So there's something from the farms about that envelope. Now, for those that did not know, I just found this out last night. Tired AF says, oof. Tat Von B says, here you go, guys. The Diarrhea Queen. Not sure who's seen this yet. So there is a feederism documentary that's going to be put out. It's called Feed Me. And guess who's in it? Guess who is in it? Our girl.
For them to rescue her 770-pound daughter.
Why is this normal now? Honestly, like binge eating disorder is an actual mental health disorder.
I'm very concerned about it. We all love food, but not in this amount.
I hear what they say when they say like horrible things about me, and I see what the things they say, but I'm just like, man, I'm in my own world. Just leave me alone.
Oh, I'm turning off that music. Yes, I am. So there's the documentary. There was Foodie. Is it bad that I want to see the doc? Is it Sheila's doc? No, I don't think so. This looks really official. It's Tijia film. It doesn't look like anything she would do. So Foodie's in it. Look at that. Feederism searches were 600% more popular in March than they were in July. A lot of people interested in that. What is this? So yeah, there is a doc coming out about feederism. Just to let you guys know. And this was the peak content the other day. Butter Crumpet saying, what the F was this? 10 years and still can't create or make a decent vlog. Rip the hijab off, kick Salah down the road, and let's gossip, big girl. Because what you're doing, nah. So, yeah. This is what she did to get people interested, standing around a corner. This is it. This was it. Standing around a corner. Are we trying to hide around a corner? BG's looking at her like, what are you doing? Why are you just standing there? Why aren't you giving me food? Fat Cow says, Foodie Beauty says one of the reasons she's not going out is because she's, quote, out of spoons. So we're using terminology that people with chronic illnesses use now. Seriously? Is out of spoons, does that mean out of options? Because she did say that, like, I'm out of spoons. Is it like her trying to say that she's out of options? Well, I didn't know that people who are terminally ill said that. I think, out of spoons means out of energy. Oh, okay. See, I like you guys you're informing me of stuff. Mental energy. So I thought it meant like out of options, but it could also mean like out of like mental energy. Okay, learn something new every day. Queen of Sweden, this is an older clip too, saying, why are we not talking about her statement? What does she mean she wanted to get out? Is this a business deal? No scamming, just a business deal or what? Yeah, this is an older clip of Foodie. Let's see.
3 years I've been living a life that I thought I just wanted to get out of, you know. So I've been working hard to do that. Sabotage relationship, just not live my life fully. 3 years I've been living a life that I thought I just wanted to get out of, you know. So I've been working hard to do that. Sabotage relationship, just not live my life fully.
Well, he did call you his business partner. Funny enough, when I did a retro react, that's how you were describing your relationship with Natter. I remember that clip. You were sitting down, you were talking about the situation with Natter, and you called him your business partner. So isn't it funny that Salah called you that? How is it that two different men, like there's the same terminology, business partner? You called Natter your business partner, and then Salah called you his business partner. So it's a business arrangement. Now you're here saying like, this is a sabotage relationship I just trying to get out of. It sounds like a business deal that you didn't want anymore. Yeah, it's all transactional. That's the best she can do, is a transactional relationship, because nobody wants a full-on, free, emotional relationship with Chantal. No one. So the best she can do is pay a guy to be her companion. Lolafied says that the prostitute is proving what his paid companionship is truly about. No money equals no Salah cameos to fake a marriage. It's time to pick out another one, but this time aim for men like Rev to see that Motel 6 is a luxury resort. Samantha says, girl, he's done. Let it go. He wants to get out of Syria, but he doesn't want to stay with you in Canada. You're lazy, disgusting, and you too poor. You gave it a good try. Throw in the flag. Yeah, it's time. But she won't do it. It's about her pride. And I heard about this too. About her mocking Quirky Love Rosie. Mocking CTPSD, right? That happened. She was mocking Rosie for that. This person who claims to be a victim of DVSA, even though we saw she lied about those things, she was mocking Rosie and her trauma. Not cool. Sinatra says, Foodie Beauty mocking QLR CPTSD. F off. Let's keep this same energy when she claims to be a DV survivor. That was her describing Rosie's trauma. That's what she was doing. Nice, Chantal, nice. Okay, so that's it for the Twitter peeps. We got one more thing today. The lovely Sansa Cooks. Because she did a video, Candid Health Updates with Foodie, August 2026. And this was 8 hours ago. So let me just go ahead and pass the link to anybody who doesn't know about Sansa. I recommend highly joining up on her channel. giving her a like, giving her a sub, watching her content without my commentary. Let's move on to Miss Sansa. Let's see what Sansa has to say.
Why did you give up? I didn't give up. I'm just on a break. I'm trying to get the nerve to lock in.
For the past couple of days, Foodie has inadvertently given us a few health updates. So in this video, let's take a look and see what she has to say and discuss it all. I'll jump around between her Sunday and Monday live streams, and we'll go by category, not chronological order. First up is her mobility.
Yes, on a break from walking.
A break from walking? Girl, you've been on a year break from walking.
Because before I got the scooter, remember we walked to Walmart and I had to stop 3 times? It was hard. It was hard. I would say it's about the same.
As a point of reference, Walmart is across the street from her apartment, and the walk took her about 10 or 15 minutes. The day that she's talking about happened months ago in November of 2025.
Maybe my stamina is like worse, but
your stamina is shit. I took a walk around the entire neighborhood. You could never.
It was bad before, and you know, I don't think I'm gonna stop using the scooter to go out, like regardless.
You need to.
Until I'm at a really good comfortable spot. And it's not only just, it's like,
and so you're not going to stop using the scooter, but how are you going to build up your stamina using the scooter? You're not even going down to the gym and like working out on the treadmill to build up your stamina. I don't think it's just about stamina, Chantal. I think it's about muscle strength. You're not used to using your legs, so you need to learn how to use your legs again. You know, walking on the treadmill and get used to using your legs again. You can't do that when you're on the scooter. Your muscles are getting weaker.
It's very painful, and it's also like the breathing is an issue. And yeah, mostly because I smoke, which I have trouble stopping.
Let's just table the smoking discussion for now. We'll get back to that later. The chat asked her then if she would consider getting rid of the scooter, that maybe it was harming her mobility.
You know what's funny? Did or did not Girl World predict this shit? Did or did we not say when she got the scooter, her mobility was going to go down? We knew. We called it. We said she's going to get that scooter. It's downhill from there. We weren't wrong. We said it. And now she's proving it. We called that shit months ago. That if she gets that scooter, man, it's bye mobility. Bye. Goodbye. Done.
No, I like my Scooty.
Okay, then the next thing that came up was whether or not she was able to even stand. It's no secret that Foodie prefers to sit or seal, but is she able to stand and do chores around the house? That was the big question. And of course, being the internet, this became a challenge.
Okay.
No. You know what? That person who just posted the text. She goes, remember Thailand? You could do that again. Oh, no, she couldn't. Even with her difficulty in Thailand, the Foodie now could not do what the Foodie in Thailand could do. She would not be able to walk up them stairs by herself like she once did. Can't. Cannot. She did Thailand on painkillers, probably.
Who's gonna time how long I can stand in place? Who's gonna time it?
Okay, get the timers on.
That was the content. This is the content. I'm going to stand up, and that's going to be the content, me standing in place. Wow. We went from crack at Olympics to that. Standing up is now content. I can do the same content. I can stand up. Should I get paid for standing up? No. That's just what you do when you don't want to sit down. You want to stand up. But that was her content the other day. Standing up and hiding around a corner. Pathetic. And no, I'm not flexing. Pervert. I'm not flexing. I'm not flexing. I'm just proving anybody can stand up. It's not groundbreaking content. Do we time you if you want to? No, I'm kidding. I see you.
All right. Oh. Hold on, my stomach. Oh, jeez.
Now, I'm not pointing this out to be unkind, but you'll notice that she's having to hoist her body weight around considerably.
Yep.
Foodie is essentially a weightlifter at this point, and she's carrying around this weight whether she wants to or not. The problem is, her core muscles, the ones you use for sitting and standing, aren't that great. Her body mechanics are what they are, and she's not sort of lifting herself safely, if that makes sense.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Let's go.
Gunther, you're getting big. You're getting real big.
It's fine so far. I'm clenching my cheeks, though. I don't know why.
I honestly wonder if Foodie understands how bad things have gotten.
I think I know why. I can't say for certain, but I think I know why. Physics. Because if she's little. Okay, she's got a little frame. She's got a little skeleton. And if you put a lot of weight on a little body, you got a lot of weight in front, then you're going to try to brace your back end to support the front end. So you're going to stiffen your legs and you're going to like clench your muscles to support the weight that you're carrying in the front. Like everything is out of balance. You're trying to support that weight in front by like stiffening your spine, your legs, your butt cheeks, all that. You're trying to carry all that weight.
When she's having to measure how long she can stand still. In the end, she started moving around and was able to stand for over 4 minutes.
Okay, my back is hurting.
Ugh. What was it? 2 minutes? 4:20? Oh, my back.
I was curious about what muscles are actually engaged in standing, and I found this post from Harvard Medical School. So it turns out that the core muscles of your abdomen, back, side, pelvis, buttocks, they're all essential for holding yourself in proper alignment. Your legs, of course, are helping you lift and then holding up all of the weight, and your back is what keeps you from slumping over. Now, with Foodie's center of gravity, that puts considerable strain on her back. In
Yeah.
my opinion, at this point, other than PT, the only thing that will help her is standing up more and working on those muscles.
That's not that good. The human body should be able to stand up for like hours. Think about
And it can. It can when it's halfway healthy. It can. There are people that are on their feet all day, running around all day, standing up without sitting down. It's just that you can't because of you not taking care of yourself. There's a lot more people more active than you, Foodie.
it.
You know how people say you have to learn how to walk before you can run? Well, Foodie has to learn how to stand before she can walk.
You know what? This should have been a wake-up call the other day. You guys have probably already heard about this, but Chantal had like a fire alarm situation in her building. And she's up 19 floors. If there was a fire in her building, she wouldn't be able to leave in time. Not even the scare of there might be a fire is a wake-up call. Like she was in her apartment and there was a fire alarm situation and she didn't go anywhere. She goes, oh, it was a false alarm. So you're up 19 floors. And if there was a fire for real, how are you going to get out of the building? You can't even run. You can't even walk down the stairs fast enough. You'd be trapped in there. That could have been a sobering thought, but it wasn't.
That's a pretty sobering thought. The next big health update had to do with her diabetes and the placement of her Libre 2 sensor.
So I found a new spot for my... So I used to put the thing here, and I put it here, and it hasn't budged yet.
She's referring to the sensor for her continuous glucose monitor. Up until now, she's had really bad luck with them.
I guess I can show you for educational purposes. Or no, I can't.
What's the point in even wearing the monitor if you're not even taking care of your health? You're over there eating sweets. You're having beam moments late at night. You're doing food content. What is the point? What is the point of the Ozempic? What's the point of the monitor if you don't give a shit about your health? Just say you don't care. And whoever supports you, and whoever doesn't, doesn't.
And I got my replacement in the mail. But as per their instructions, they say to put it at the back of the arm, which was not working.
Now, the interesting thing about her CGM monitor is that even though it's been working since before her Sunday live stream, she hasn't mentioned it at all. So I think she's scared of the numbers she's seeing. Now, let's get...
Not scared enough. Because if something really scares you, you'll do something about it. So even though her blood sugar has been as high as a 25, 26, she won't change. Even losing her mobility little by little, that should scare her. It's not scaring her enough. She's not fixing anything. So whatever's going on, she convinces herself, oh, it's not that bad when it is. Hey, Ines. Bad Seed says she's not putting the sticker thing they give you on top if it's to keep it there. So she'll probably take it off. If the sticker's not on there, she's going to take it right off. She just did this for a live.
Back to that smoking issue.
I gotta stop doing weed because, like, if I didn't smoke, I would probably not eat another single thing all night. But because the weeds gives me munchies.
So she's worried about the munchies, but not...
Girl, I told you that years ago. I've been saying that for years. That you being a food addict You and the green should not be good friends. I've been telling you. I've been saying it since Crackhead Olympics. That all the green that you're doing is just going to make you have the munchies. I've been saying that for so long. Told you. And it's now occurring to you? You're putting it together? I said back then, you're a food addict and you're doing all these edibles and smoking the green. All that's going to do is make you want to eat. So it doesn't matter if you are on the nose powder and it's stopping you from eating. The moment you stop taking that stuff and you start doing the edibles or smoking the green sticks, that food addiction monster in your head is going to be let out of the cage and going wild. You lost, 50 pounds or so during the time that you were natter, but then you gained it all back and then some. Why? Because you didn't get control of your problem. But I told you that back in the day. I told you. You're taking the nose powder to lose weight. Where you're fucking up is A, you're not getting therapy. You're not going to addiction counseling. 2, you're smoking the green. Like you're all tweaked out all day on the nose powder. But then you're smoking the green stuff, and all that's going to do is unlock the cage of the food monster and let it out. And when it comes out, it's like, ooh, party time. And you did. I remember one live stream you did you ate for 4 straight hours and you did not stop. That was an insane night. 4 hours of non-stop eating, y'all. 4 hours. It just kept going and going and going. It was insane. They're smoking a little bit to relax yourself, and that's fine. But it's going overboard, okay? A little goes a long way. Foodie does not know how to do a little of anything. She's always got to do too much. That's the problem. Doing too much. Smoke a little bit and stop. Always doing too much. She does too much and then she gets numbed out. She gets greened out. She's barely coherent, or she eats everything in the kitchen. She got an extreme personality. Always got to go for the extreme side of the scale.
Not her lung function or her asthma. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I already have 2 packs left to finish and 2 vapes. And then,
all right, you know what? Let me just say this. As someone that I vape, I'm a smoker. Don't yell at me. I can already hear y'all booing and hissing at me. Stop it. I know it's a bad habit. I'm trying to cut down, and I ultimately want to quit because I know it's bad. I know it. But just shh. Foodie is stressed out. One thing I know as someone that I do smoke is the more stressed out you are, the more you're going to smoke. So if she's stressed out about whatever, she's not going to quit. She's not. In fact, it's going to increase. If she's under some kind of stress, she's got to move out. She doesn't know where she's going to go. She's going to smoke everything in the smoke shop. I'm trying to quit. No, you're not. And you especially can't quit right now because you're stressed the fuck out. Don't talk to me. I'm a smoker. And when you're a smoker and you're trying to quit, you need a peaceful environment. You're not at peace right now. It's only going to get worse. You're going to be smoking everything in Canada.
I'll quit. I have 20 joints. I have 20 joints left. Like, how am I gonna quit? I fucking love it. It's bullshit. Why does it have to make you hungry?
Notice what time of day it is. It's getting dark, so
You know
it's
what? It probably wouldn't make you as hungry if you just smoked a little. Just a little. Little goes a long way. You don't need that much to relax, depending on the strength and your tolerance. But again, she just smokes too much. And she's kicked it up a notch. It used to be where she smoked that stuff at night. Now she's smoking it during the day. Do you see where this is going? She's smoking during the day. She's smoking at night, which means her food intake is going to increase. Because, you know, the more you smoke, the more you're going to get the munchies. And the more she gets the munchies, guess what? Back to being a Costco hoe. Riding underneath the bridge. Going to Costco for them snacks. Like, everything is going to be kicked up a notch for the next 3 months. Everything.
evening, and Foodie has often said that she's useless after she smokes. This is Sunday. Now take a look at Monday.
Okay, let's go outside.
Hold on a second, guys. I love cigarettes. They taste like cigarettes to me.
That's right, she's gone from nighttime smoking to daytime smoking, so that productivity thing is right out the window.
Yep.
I won't be guilted into quitting. No, but if it's a waste of money for me to take Ozempic, you know, and smoke. So I have to choose one or the other. And
So she's like, I got a choice. Either I'm going to take the Ozempic, which would be good for my health, or the cigarettes. I choose the cigarettes. I'm choosing the thing that I should not be choosing versus the thing that could actually help me. There it is.
it's going to have to be, unfortunately. Yeah, I got to stop the weeds. Plus, it's expensive. It's not really that expensive. For 10 joints, $18. That's not bad.
Keep in mind,
Okay, she just told on herself. She said that she had 10 green sticks and it cost her $18. She said she had 2 packs. That's $40. And you know, she goes to them packs like nobody's business. So how much are you spending in that dispensary, Chantal, along with the takeout? Holy shit. If she'll smoke 5 or 6 at a time, what's her smoking habit per week? Expensive. Expensive. Very expensive. Very, very expensive.
this is someone who just gave away $40 worth of frozen hamburgers without even trying one.
Wow.
Foodie's at a point right now where all she's doing is smoking, eating, lamenting what she can't do, and not trying to work on it at all. And with that, you're pretty much all caught up. Drop me a line in the comments and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you.
Are you going to stand today? Maybe, yeah. Stand in the place where you bees now face north. Think about the bees that you did one day.
Wonderful video by Sansa Cooks. So standing and hiding around a corner are now like peak content from Chantal. And she wonders why people are watching Rosie. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing, Chantal. Keep on with it. Keep on. One day you might turn on a stream and nobody's there and you're wondering where everybody's at. So that's all I got for today, y'all. I just wanted to, do a shorter live because I had stuff to say about, like, she's talking about, I can't be here anymore. I can't be here. You might be able to if you would stop the bullshit. So, what do y'all think? Before we go, what do you think? What are your thoughts? Sound off about this whole situation. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know where I'm going to go. I'm interested to see where she goes. Yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah, she's done it to herself. That's why I don't feel sorry for her. A clock it chat. In the next month or so, she's going to start her move out grift. Clock it. She's going to be begging for money. Clock it. I need money to move out. I don't know where I'm going to go. I think in the end, she'll try to force herself to her parents. But the thing is, though, they've already told her no. I don't think mom wants her at the house, and I know the stepdad doesn't want her there. So even if mom does want to take her in, even if Foodie manages to guilt trip mom to take her, stepdad is saying, no, ma'am. No. I think stepdad is a big reason why Chantal isn't there right now. Her sister won't take her in. She bullied her sister. Sister's not going to take care of her. Listen, Chantal needs serious medical care. She's got, another couple of months or so before her move out. She's going to gain even more weight. Promise you she will. If she becomes bedbound, her family can't take care of her. She's going to need assisted living. Yeah, any place she squats, that's it. Nobody wants that headache. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think, this is just my opinion, not facts. I think Chantal is trying to get herself to a place where she is bedbound and somebody somewhere is forced to take care of her. That's the goal, to get bedbound, because if she's bedbound, then somebody somewhere will put her in a facility and she doesn't have to take care of herself. I think she wants to be in assisted living like Zyle the Dreamer. I think she's kind of romanticizing that and fantasizing that. She's trying to create that situation because she doesn't know where she's going to go. She doesn't know what she's going to do. So rather than figure it out while she's got time, she'd rather get herself to a place where she's worse. And within 3 months, I don't know how much weight she can gain, but then she'll get herself to a place where she has no mobility. And then she'd be like, help me, I'm bedbound. So that she might be trying to create that situation as quickly as possible. They'll force her to do physical therapy. Well, then she'll find out the reality versus the fantasy. It won't be so romantic after all. She'll figure that out, though. She would be so mean they would keep her medicated, or she'd get kicked out. One of the two, they kick her out. Oh, really? Also, you give up your power of attorney. Can you imagine giving up those rights? Do you have to give up power of attorney in situations like that? Is that a thing? I didn't know that. Very interesting. She verbally abused the staff. I didn't know that. See, I'm learning stuff today. I like learning stuff, unlike Foodie. Only if you can't make decisions for yourself. Okay. All right, guys, that's all I got. So Foodie is stressed out. She doesn't know where she's going to go after her lease is up. It kind of feels like something is going on in the background. She doesn't want to talk about it. That's fine. But if she's got 3 months, she's got time to figure it out. But she's stressed out like the timeline is a lot sooner. So we'll see. At some point, she can't keep it all covered up. We'll see. So that's all I got for today, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'm going to leave you guys with a pretty song, and thank you guys for being here. Take care.
Mm-hmm.